happens, but it fixes something. So this is just a bug fix. Armed enhancement. This is a long one. Armed enhancement weapon attachment spawner. So this is a new one. What this does is it allows attachments to spawn on the enemy's weapons. So you'll see more enemies running around with scopes and suppressors and lasers and things like that. One of the things I noticed in the settings is that it looks like it takes like a few days until there's like time limits on until like certain things unlock until like this, like basically they start showing up in the world. So you may not see them at first, but I've tested it and I've seen it happen. So then at that point, you know, when you kill the enemy and you loot them, you can get, you know, you can get the gun that has attachments on it and things like that. So pretty cool. It's a new one I've been messing with. Crafting expansion is another good new one. There's crafting in the game. You can craft bandages and food and gun repair and things like that. So this allows some other things. I haven't tried it yet, so I'm not completely sure what it really does because there's electronics and batteries. Like I guess I can craft batteries. I'm not really sure that's cool if you can. The other stuff to me makes sense. You know, you can make rags. It says there's cabinets, crates. You can make the medical AFAX, med kits, a thermal blanket, make a fishing rod. You can make sticks. And I think that's how it works. I'm just reading through this, but I have to actually look at the recipes in the game. A lot of these are really new over the last couple days because of the update to Metro Mod Loader. So paranoia and despair. I'm just going to talk about these at the same time. They kind of do the same type of thing. This works off of your mental state. When your mental state depletes, they don't have a picture of the meter, but when your sanity mental drops below 25 with this mod, paranoia, you will start hearing gunshots and it gives you auditory hallucinations. So you'll start hearing things. You'll hear gunshots, you'll hear footsteps. I can verify hearing footsteps when I was in my cabin. It was super fucking creepy. That's what paranoia does. Despair is really dark. I don't use it, but it's basically you'll commit suicide or you'll attempt to commit suicide. Once your mental state reaches 0 and you have a loaded weapon, there's a random chance your eyelids close and the gun fires and you die. It's the darkest mod I've ever seen. Okay, so this is a custom font mod. There's a lot of custom font mods if you need that type of thing. Is it not loading? Okay. So this just changes the default fonts on things. Like I said, there's a lot of them. If you need to change things for like accessibility reasons or whatever, there's a lot of QOL, and you can change fonts and things in the UI. Hello, Fanto. The person compiling this is now in chat. Probably the only person in chat, but I'm going to make this into a really long-winded YouTube video too, so I don't really care. People want to watch it and see what Rostov is. That's basically the point of this whole stream and the video, is that we're going through the entire Rostov community mod pack, how to install it and how to make it, get everything working. I'm already starting to lose my voice. But a lot of the, well, I'm going to say a lot of the talking's almost over, but that's not true probably. Inventory hotkeys. This one is really slick. It's a new one. This is very much like other games, like Gray Zone Warfare, Tarkov, things like that. It will allow you to basically just you hover over your weapon and you hit Shift R and it'll remove the mag. You can hover over the mag, hit Shift R, and it'll reload the mag. You can hover over ammo, hit Shift S, it'll split the stack. I didn't get take X from stack to really do anything, but I did test removing an optic. So like you just hover over the gun, hit Shift F, it'll remove the optic. Hover over the gun, hit Alt F, it'll remove the muzzle device. Really slick. It works really well. There's not a lot of feedback in the game, really. It maybe like some, I don't know if there's, I don't think there's tooltips. Tooltips would be great. Maybe I should make a note of that, because then maybe like when you hover over the gun, it gives you, it tells you in the tooltip how to remove the mag and how to remove the, so on and so forth. To consume items, that's going to be a big one for everybody, right? So if you want to eat food or use a bandage, all you do is hover over it and hit Shift E. So you don't have to right click on things to use them anymore. Or the other option is the quick item slots, where you can literally hotkey. The difference is that with, where did it go? Look at all this stuff. Where did it go? Inventory. The difference with inventory hotkey is that it's, I think it's hard coded. I don't think you can change what the keys are. But it works super, it works really well. Like it works really good. These are all brand new, so like they can be improved on. Like I said, that one, maybe they can make it so you can customize it, and then you can use whatever keys you want. Injury system rework. This is another one that's, I've been using this one too, but basically this overhauls the injury system. So it just changes things. In vanilla, the injury system's really weird and basic. I don't know. It's hard to explain, really. The easiest explanation is the headshot thing. You get this rupture effect when you get headshot, and like usually you just bleed out, and like it's really hard to heal and like things like that. So like now it's like, it says the rupture injury in the base game is simply a bigger, harder bleed. So this changes it so it works more like Tarkov, where if you get the rupture effect, it drains your food and your thirst. So it emulates having no stomach. Or Gray Zone doesn't. Gray Zone, you can damage your organs and have to heal your stomach, but it doesn't do anything to you like Tarkov. Like I know in Tarkov, when your stomach's blacked out, like you can't eat or drink anything. It's like you don't have a stomach anymore. So this changes a lot of how the health effects in the game work. Headshot injury. So now a headshot. So the biggest thing here is changing how headshots work, because that is like the worst thing that you see. Everybody, you'll see them playing vanilla and they'll get the headshot and they're ruptured and they're just panicking and then they bleed out and like it's game over. So like now when you get a headshot, it says it drains your arm and body stamina. So it's not like a bleed. It just drains your stamina until you heal it. A new headshot has multiple different bleed options, so you can change that. Oh, there's a head bob version, so if you have a fracture, when you're limping, you can have a head bob or not. It seems to work pretty well. A lot of people use it. This will all be, eventually this will be irrelevant, I feel like, because once he finishes the game and puts in like a whatever his plans are for a medical system. I mean, people will still mod it, but uh, a lot of this stuff is in the game because the game is so new and just things haven't been completely, the game isn't done. It hasn't been fully fleshed out. So our optional mods that we have here that I'm gonna not, I'm gonna use, I'll use FLX. Actually, screw it, we'll just use them. So feel is a new one. This is a visual enhancer. I don't use any of these personally, but they change the coloring and stuff of the game. We'll go over it. I don't mind the way it looks, so I don't change the way that it looks visually. I lost my chat, so I don't know what's going on. Hello. I'm the only, yeah, I'm always the only one. That's what streaming, that's what it's like. You just sit here and talk to yourself for like 12 hours. Um, FLX rework. I absolutely love this mod. This guy went in and he added all kinds of stuff into the world. So, for example, I mean, I don't think he has any one-to-one comparisons, but um, if you've played vanilla and then you put this in your game, you will see the difference. Like there's more building, there's new buildings, there's new trees, there's new bushes. He put these vans and stuff in here. Like when you walk out of your cabin, there's like a flagpole and there's a tent and like, oh, it's so cool. There's just all this new stuff in the world that like I love it. Like it just flushes it out so much. Like it's so cool. And you'll if you're here or watch the video, you'll see the difference when we put it in the game. Configurable fire mode. This just tells you this is just a HUD element to tell you uh, what fire mode you're in. So pretty basic. The game doesn't tell you. This is a very realistic, grounded survival game. You're not supposed to have a lot of HUD elements. You can lift the gun up in front of your face and rotate and scroll and rotate the gun, and you can see the fire setting if you really want to. Like you're supposed to kind of look at it with your own eyeballs and see what it's set on. That's not always easy depending on the gun. The MP5 is really easy to tell what fire mode you're in, but this just puts it on the HUD, right? It just says when you change fire mode, it's going to tell you if you're in auto or single fire or burst. I guess it might not. I wonder if it works with burst. We'll have to see. Better maps. I'm not 100% sure how this works. If you have to, usually you have to find a map. before you can see it or use it or equip it or do anything. So I don't know if you have to find the map first and then this just improves